Welcome back to another epic video, guys. Today we're looking at a rapper that got a $20 Anne Frank face tattoo. You can see this is very interesting to me because for one, if that's a $20 tattoo, that is very impressive. And he got a tattoo of Anne Frank on his face. That seems extremely disrespectful. I don't know anything about this at all. So I'm excited to learn, guys. And we're going to be taking on a ride with our guest, Sunny V2. He's the guest of the channel all the time. I love him. He's a great guy. Oh yeah, baby.
When the Anne Frank face tattoo first went viral back in 2017, articles provided only a brief description of the person wild enough to do it. So we lined up a full interview with the rapper to get the full story of the Anne Frank face tattoo. When the idea first came about, Arnold is Dead had recently dropped out of college.
So then I tried the college thing. I tried. I didn't make it past the first semester.
And was couch surfing around Los Angeles by creating free music for any artist who'd let him stay over.
First things first, he seems like a really nice guy in the interview. He seems like a smart, well-spoken guy. Maybe I'm judging too soon. Terrible name, Anne Frank tattoo. Let's see.
Time, Arnold began to notice the rise of the SoundCloud rap genre.
You had the Smoke Perps, the Lil Pumps, the Ski Masses, the XXXTentacion.
After which he began to emulate that kind of lifestyle. However, there was one thing he was missing which characterized almost every artist from that era. Face tattoos. Ko had gotten the Mona Lisa on his neck.
That's not Jesus? That looks like Jesus.
What are you getting at here?
That looks like fucking Guy Christ drawn by Da Vinci.
Blueface had gotten Benjamin Franklin on his cheek, yet Arnold is Dead was looking to make an even bigger statement. As a college dropout with no permanent residence, Arnold didn't have the
probably money, right? $100 bills. That makes sense. He has probably has no idea the level of influence that man had, or the debauchery that went on in France and his influence time of our beautiful country. That's a baller tattoo. I would get Benjamin Franklin on my fucking face.
Your mom kicks you out of the house. She thinks you're a piece of shit. Your dad doesn't. He thinks you're a piece of shit. None of your siblings talk to you.
Which not only led to a problem with substances, but also a bout of deep depression.
Got to the point when you're young and you're under, you know what I'm saying, the influence, you're not making the clearest of decisions. You're not,
that makes sense.
It's a really dark place.
It was at this point that Arnold realized he wanted a permanent reminder that someone else always had it worse than him. And as a result, he chose a portrait of someone who'd had it worse than everybody else, later stating in an interview with The Sun, there are people in history that didn't have the power to control, to actually do things they wanted to do with their lives. To be stuck in a house and end up dying. Dude, I'm dying to make music. That's the way I look at it. It's very black and white. Recognized as one of the world's most famous tragedies, Arnold became certain that he wanted Anne Frank on his face.
So then, the eureka light bulb moment where I thought I was gonna blast it on my face so it could be like a reminder where I was like, whenever you feel down and bad, bro, like, on Anne Frank, bro. Like, it was like a thing for me.
Although instead of going to a
that sort of makes sense. I'm also physically cringing about this, which, you know, sure, inspiration comes from strange places, I guess, and some people want to get tattoos of important historical figures that faced great adversity and horror and tragedy. I guess that makes sense.
Professional tattoo studio where he instead opted for a much riskier location.
I go to my friend that was living in Pomona. His name's Ryan. I love this kid. His brother does tattoos out the house. And I run up Ryan's brother's house and I tell him about my genius plan. And he's like, so how much money do you have? And I was like, $20.
No.
Bro, deal.
His fucking lungs sound gassed out.
This is so irresponsible, and frankly, I do not approve. How ignorant do people gotta get for attention now? While others made the argument that everybody should be.
By the way, Hydro, it has only gotten worse. This man was on the ball way back in 2017, fucking 5 years ago. It's gotten a lot worse. It's gotten a whole hell of a lot worse. I would consider, you know, not good. We've got the Island Boys now.
I didn't think this was gonna be a viral thing. Bro, I was moving off my, like, heart. It wasn't a try to be, like, a viral thing. I was really into tattoos. I wanted to always be completely tattooed, inked up head to toe. You see what I'm saying?
Yet the uniqueness of the piece certainly helped to expand his network, becoming closely acquainted with XXXTentacion and others.
Start working with.
Interesting. That's very, very interesting to me. I guess he doesn't understand the the just disrespectful nature of that, I guess. I really don't fucking know. He genuinely believed, he seems like a genuine nice guy. In all honesty, he genuinely believed that that was the right thing to do to help remind himself to stay present and be grateful. All right, well, there's other ways to do that, I guess, but.
Ski Mask. I started working with Trippie Redd. I started working with Warhols. I started working with Cole Bennett.
Which eventually led to his now infamous meetup with the one and only Lil Xan. Arnold explained that he met Lil Xan while hanging out backstage at a festival.
We see that Lil Xan's there, so I just introduced myself. We're just hanging out, we're chilling, we're smoking.
During which Lil Xan saw the tattoo and gave him a funny nickname.
We're just shooting jokes and he's like, this is like Xan Frank.
Yeah, that's funny. That's so funny.
Hey, yo, Lil Xan, who you hanging out with? Yo, this is my boy Xan Frank. That's it. The internet broke. That was it. All the photos that went viral into memes and everything came from them taking pictures of that day because they were like they were just capturing that exact moment.
Rapper gets tattoo of Anne Frank on his face because he's dying for his music. Arnold Gutierrez, who goes by the name Xan Frank and Arnold is Dead, stunned rap fans with a huge inking of the Jewish diarist.
Was there any official, like, I know, like the Israeli Times will often talk about people, will like make a public statement about some kind of relation with the Jewish people to something that happens in pop culture. I wonder if there was any sort of official statement by any, you know, like Jewish publications about this. That's really interesting because I feel like it's so disrespectful and stupid. What the fuck? That is so dumb. Yes, I was smoking with Lil Xan when I got a photograph, a realistic photograph of Anne Frank on my face to remind myself that I was dying for my music. And also, let's get high and roll doobie blunts.
I get funny ones like, is that your daughter? Is that your mom? No. Is that your girlfriend? And then I'm like, it's Anne Frank. Some people don't know who Anne Frank is.
Which is surprising as a now deleted Reddit post of the tattoo received 4.8k upvotes on the ATBGE subreddit, which is a space dedicated to awful taste but great execution for everything that displays quality craftsmanship in the least elegant way possible. Not a bad compliment for a $20 home job. Others on the post expressed concern over his future employment prospects, yet the reply suggested that he might qualify for some niche roles, stating, tell that to the HR department at the Holocaust Museum, as well as standing at the exit offering pictures with his face might be the best bet for a career.
Oh no, what the fuck? This is crazy. What a complicated situation just by some young, dumb idiot who just like made a terrible mistake. He seems like a fucking reasonable guy now. Has he changed his tattoo? I wonder if he's changed it.
Yeah. We took him to a meeting at Republic. Clearly, you know, she's like, shout out the Jewish people. Yo, she was Jewish. Anne Frank, she was about to crack.
Yeah, she was.
Arnold then gave a description of that day in his own words.
She comes from a Jewish background, and she's one of the big label execs. She brings a lot of big artists there. You could Google her, and she has a really big background in that. And we really had a heart-to-heart.
Also adding that most people are polite in real life and have no problems with the peace outside of the internet.
Personally, I don't have any fucking problems with it, by the way. I think it's just really dumb. I think getting a face tattoo just in general is fucking dumb as shit, and I would never do that, you know. I mean, maybe I would if it was like some specific circumstance. I would never say, shouldn't say never about stuff like that. Stupid. Getting a picture of a historical figure that was persecuted by Nazis and is known for having like an incredibly personal, she's a diarist. She's known for having, that's her diary. It's published. It's like, I mean, that just seems so fucking stupid. And like, God, I don't even know. Am I wrong to feel like that's just dumb?
Insult. The only thing I've seen is like comments online and like people just bashing it.
At around the same time, Arnold also got a Xanarchy tattoo on his neck, which is both strange and unfortunate, as he never even joined the crew officially, and the relationship between Arnold and Lil Xan came to an end only 3 months after their first meeting.
He's like not really part of Xanarchy no more.
Really?
Yeah, he's part of like
no more.
Very rare.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. It's cool. Like we cool with them, but you know.
Yeah. Well, was it the Anne Frank face tattoo that was too much?
No.
Arnold then explained that he was removed from Xanarchy after the group's management told him this.
I had gotten kicked out from the group because they said I was like a bad influence to Lil Xan because I was like partying really hard.
Which is interesting as Arnold has cleaned up his act quite significantly since getting the tattoo for the first time.
I'm a lot more mellow now after having a daughter, after cleaning up and stuff like that.
Well,
you know, I haven't taken Xans in a long time. Probably been like almost 2 years now. I'm not going to continue doing Xanax and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, going to push that agenda.
So wait, are you telling me Lil Xan, like the Xanarchy, like those people, that's about the drug Xanax? I thought it was like a meme. Are you telling me that this is like, that's like an integral part to their content? Is that they're just taking Xanax? They're misusing drugs? Are you insinuating that this is what our world has come to? That there are people who misuse drugs and get tattoos of people on their faces and make money doing so and tour the world making music? Oh, crap. My emotion shaft is engorged with rage. Fuck! That really is fucking embarrassing and stupid, though.
Agenda, I don't think that's cool.
Within the last month, Arnold did a photo shoot with the up-and-coming Jewish rapper BLP Kosher, who was recently interviewed by Nardwuar, also getting a small feature in his Special K music video during the line "I'm a Pass the Blunt" to Anne Frank. Arnold has also recently rebranded to La Pension, which is Spanish for DJ Child Support, combining his old skill of producing music with his love for Latin culture, ultimately hoping to spread a positive message.
Instead of like pushing this whole agenda that everybody was following as a trend with the drugs and all that stuff. Let's make people dance, enjoy life, feel good about themselves.
Fuck yeah, I'm a fan. DJ Child Support, I'm on your side, bro. That's fucking baller. That's awesome. I love that. Maybe nobody should get tattoos of Anne Frank on their face anymore. Maybe as just a good idea to get some attention, but at the same time, you know, live and let die. You know, Mark Wahlberg, he beat the shit out of a Vietnamese elderly, and that's worse. That's a lot worse. So, and people still like him. Oh well. What the fuck? The world is insane.